welcome back to another cold episode. Another ban list is here, however, it is not necessarily a ban list so much as it is an unlimited list. So let's actually talk about this as well as what this implies and the new set that's going to be released, or sets. So first and foremost, we have a whole bunch of limited and we have a whole bunch of cards going from banned to limited, that being Redox, Title, Performapal, Monkey Board, and Rat Pier. Honestly, all of these are fine, except for Rat Pier, and we'll get into that in a second. And there is a card that is going to be unlimited, Zoodiac Barrage. Zoodiac Barrage is mostly fine. Honestly, Rat Pier is fine at 1 for the most part, but the fact that I don't like it is because of Zoodiac Barrage also being unbanned. Let's quickly talk about the Zoodiacs and a bunch of the other stuff. Alright, so here are a bunch of announced cards and announced selection packs. We have a beginning of the next journey, as well as mighty contenders for the next selection packs. And here are what we are receiving. So we're receiving Ringo Worm, which is pretty good for like Bestial Sprite Synchro, I think. And it can kind of be played in Sword Soul. So there's that. Astrolaud, the Manadimian Prime Heart. We're receiving the Gate Guardian cards as well as the new Albion. So Branded is receiving support. We're getting Manadimian. We're getting the Ringo Worm. All good cards. And then Mighty Contender seems to be like the next like staple cards that are being released with things like Redox, Drident, Bucephalos, Cherry, Winter Cherries, Sigma, etc. That's not really that big of a deal. What I do want to talk about is Rat Pier as well as Barrage. Now, as you can see here, Barrage is at 1 in the OCG and at 0 in the TCG, and it's coming to 3 along with 3 Drident, where Drident is banned in both of those other formats. So do keep that in mind. Drident is currently only legal in Master Duel. Now, it's not really doing anything, to be fair, but it is providing a lot of value in decks like Tearlament, in decks like Vanquish Soul, being able to basically add a pop before going into Zeus, or adding a pop to your end board by making it rank 4. You go into the Chalkanine, Chalkanine can make the Drident, and then Drident is just an additional pop if you have a more lenient extra deck. Now, what does Barrage do, and why is it kind of scary to see come off of the list, alongside Rat Pier? Well, what you could do is you can target one card you control, destroy it, and if you do, special summon a Zoodiac from your deck. Now, notably, this triggers, I believe it's Ram, and if Ram is, like, destroyed, I believe it special summons as well. I think it special summons from Grave or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I know it does trigger the Ram, which is very strong, which gives you an additional body, alongside all of the other Zoodiac stuff that you can do. You can only use this effect of Barrage once per turn. And then if this card is destroyed and by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target a Zoodiac Xe monster you control and attach this card from your grave to that Xe monster as Xe material. Now, notably, this allows you to use Drident to pop it to get a material onto a different Xe monster, which is not really that big of a deal in the modern game, but it is something of note. But this does mean that Zoodiac might actually be the way to now make rank Utopic Draco in at least like rank 4 strategies, because basically you play Barrage and like a Zoodiac, maybe 2. You play like a few Zoodiacs, and then you go like cool Barrage, pop a card, special summon the Zoodiac, and then you do the full Zoodiac combo to get the 2 rank, to get the 2 rank 4s, and then you make Utopic, or you just make Drident and Zeus potentially. So it's not really that big of a deal, to be fair. I don't think it's that crazy, but with how dominant Zoodiac was in the past, obviously I don't think something like Broad Bowl is ever going to be unlimited, but Barrage is definitely still very strong, and still very good for supplementary strategies in Zoodiac. And Rat Pier, on normal summon, sends Zoodiac from the deck to the grave, which is not really that big of a deal, but it does allow you to set up for Barrage a little bit better. And then on top of that, an Xe monster can detach in order to summon a Zoodiac Rat Pier from the hand or deck. Now, notably, that's not really that big of a deal, unless you can make like another rank 4 and go into Emerald and shuffle back the Rat Pier after having detached a material. Like, it's kind of weird and kind of janky. There's not really a great way of like getting the Rat Pier to get an additional summon, but you could. But it's mostly that on normal, being able to send a Zoodiac card. This means you could even send a barrage if you want to. Again, being able to send it to the graveyard to attach as material. Again, I don't know what this actually means. And I'm talking mostly about Zoodiac because I know that the rest of this stuff isn't really going to change a whole lot. But as for these two, because Barrage is becoming unlimited alongside a Trident unlimit, alongside a Radpier being put to 1, alongside Zeus still being legal, to me it's like there's definitely a chance that this could create a new deck, right? A new top tier strategy with like Zoodiac Eldritch being good again, or like Zoodiac. I mean, it could be Zoodiac anything, realistically. You could basically play this in just about anything. I mean, even Zoodiac Pearly could be playable, right? Being able to go like Zoodiac Barrage, pop a card, and then get into your Utopic Draco that way, or you could get into Trident, or whatever it may be, right? So, definitely some interesting ideas with that. As for the rest of these, again, I don't really think that they're going to influence anything. Yeah, Monkey Board, like, could have gone to one a while ago. I'm surprised Kieran isn't here. I'm still surprised to see these guys. I do think Tidal and Redox are by far the strongest of the Dragon Rulers, and I do think now there is a way that you could play like Dragon Link with the Dragon Rulers instead, and more so focusing on like getting out all of the Dragon Rulers and getting the massive advantage that provides you, alongside things like Bestials and the like, in more of like a 60 card list. So that's maybe something I would try. I don't know if that's necessarily better, but being able to make a rank 7 right now isn't bad, so there's that. Kind of a weird ban list, and some cool announced cards. I don't know how much this is actually going to shake up the meta. It might, but it might not. It might not do anything. You know, the Zoodiacs may not actually do anything. The Dragon Rulers might not actually do anything. But honestly, it kind of depends on what other people are going to try and create, or the ideas that will be put forth with this unlimit, and with these buffs, I guess, to certain decks. But with the meta consistently getting stronger, I don't know. It's kind of exciting, but then again, it's kind of scary. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope that you guys did indeed enjoy. If you did, I like us very much, so appreciate it. And if you want to check out more content like this, as well as more Yu-Gi-Oh!, then just be sure to subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching, and remember to always stay frosty. Bye-bye. Shout out to the Frost Guard, my members. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope you enjoy the content.